I just heard from a guy that talked to another guy that I've run into fishing around here, and he caught a 6-pound 3-ounce largemouth out of this middle pond up here at the graveyard. So I heard that and I was like, damn. I was like, what'd he catch it on? A crappie jig, trying to catch catfish bait to go catfishing. So that really got me thinking, and I had some adult things to do, had a doctor's appointment, that sort of thing. You know how, you gotta do some adulting sometimes. You gotta take care of stuff when you gotta take care of it. But Doc said I needed to fish more, and as long as I kept fishing, everything's gonna be all right. I'd live to be 100. So see if we can't get this done. I'm just gonna try to catch fish. That's all I'm here to do. Decisions. I'm gonna throw this CRAW. I'm gonna flip this Z-Man CRAW around here a little bit. Z-Man CRAW, this baby looks amazing. But anyway, this pond's got that black look, that brown look to it, like almost like brackish water. Grass is starting to do things, that water's gonna change colors, Wish I could catch a fish in this bush right here. I've never caught a fish in that bush. That TRD CRAW, that Z-Man CRAW, that is the best looking little crawdad I've seen, man. That thing looks good, really does. Well, that wind's blowing up in the upper end here. Yeah, guys, 6 pound 2 ounces. That boy said he's seen a picture of it. I'm trying to get a picture, show everybody. 6 pound 2 ounces out of that middle pond now. Now that's where I caught the biggest bass I've caught out of here, and it might have been 4 pounds. We'll say 3 pounds. I've caught a couple 3-pounders. And that guy told him that there is big bass in here. Said nobody really catches them out of here. They catch them little ones, but some people will keep them, some won't. There's big bass in here, been in here for years. I wouldn't think there's any double-digit bass in these ponds. They might be, but I doubt it. It's got its fair share of rocks and stuff around the bank, so these crawdads in it. I don't know, guys, we'll see. I'm just trying to catch a fish, man. I like to catch a good bass and get it out of the way. I fished all year last year, and September rolled around and we got some floods. I caught a bass on a frog in flooded water, finally, at Little Beaver, and I'd say it was 5 plus. We'll call it a good solid 5-pounder. But it took me all summer to do it. I'd like to get that out of the way. There's one. They just want to pick that. There he is. There he is. There's that CRAW. He ain't big, but there's that CRAW. Man, he pounded it. Little guy. Come here, little feller. What are you doing down there? Oh, I love it. I love it, guys. I just absolutely love it. I like letting them fight there a little bit, man, Z-Man in his face. Would not believe how cold that fish is. Golly, that's crazy, man. One day, he'll be a big one. He's out of here. Thank you. Boys, this little Z-Man right here. I think that little bad boy right there, I think good things is going to happen with that, especially catching smallmouth down at the river. I just got to dial in what kind of jig head I want to use, because this one I'm using, it's an arky mushroom head, but it's an offset head. It ain't really what I want. It'll work, and it's working. It works fine. I just, that's just my OCD and me being petty. Guys, you can literally just drag this thing, and that thing stands up the whole time. Kill it, whoop, to the bottom, and pinchers just stand up on its own. That's the good thing about a mushroom head. That soft plastic ain't got to elevate itself so much for that thing to stand up versus a regular Ned head. Ned heads work fine too, but I think them mushroom heads allow that to stand up there a little better. Got some old grass. Like I said, these ponds around the banks got that old shell rock, that old flat rock in it and stuff, you know. And then about 4 foot out in the water, the grass line starts. So you can fish in between them. Get parallel, throw down the banks, you know, fish in between them. And generally you can catch a fish. That's where Atten come from, right in that transition. He wasn't big, but he could have been a 5-pounder. He just happened to be a 5-ouncer. 3, 4, 5, 6-pound bass around here. That's like you guys catching 7, 8s, and 9s where y'all live. So, you know, yeah, I freak out. Every time I set the hook in a fish, fellas, it automatically takes me back to when I was a kid, man. I just, like, in my mind, I just love it. Let's probe this right in here. Fish out into the open water there a little bit. Nothing but shell rock down that bank. Good place for old crawdad to be sitting. Let's throw one up there towards that creek. There's one. There we go. He ain't big. He ain't big. Caught him right there off them rocks. Go, little fella, go. Go on with your bad self. Yeah, crawl right. That's a little better. Well, he smoked that little thing, didn't he? Look there. Whole mouthful of crawl. Man, them's pretty fish, though. Yeah, I'll take it, man. It's a start, guys. Little old pond bass. They're fat. We'll see. It's just a matter of time, fellas, before I stick one 3 or 4 pounds. So, I mean, I can't catch one like that if I don't come up here and try. He's right in here against this, right on that grass transition right here. I mean, he was literally probably sitting right between the grass line and that rock. That's 2 down this bank. And there's more down it. I just didn't catch them on this crawl this round. Throw one over in that shade, man. You'll never convince me there ain't no fish up that bank in that shade line. There's one knocked slack in it right there. I knew he had it. Golly! Knocked 2 foot of slack in it. Same size. Come here, Betsy. We like that crawdad. Beautiful little baby buck largemouth bass. I absolutely cannot get enough of it. Straight up. Out of here. That fish come out of that shade and knocked 3 foot of slack in my line. Little springtime slime. Little snodgrass looking crap. Let's go back to the bank over here. There he is. There he is. First cast down that bank. I'll be daggone. And he's small, but he was right where he's supposed to be, guys. Come here. That very well could have been a damn 5-pounder as well as it was this one. You know, that could have been a big fish. But he wouldn't. He was this little guy. And old Dad will take him. Thank you, little buddy. Out of here. I got a hold of something here. See? Y'all bunch of jackasses, man. There is a trash can right up there. Trash can right up there, and you assholes want to throw it in the damn lake, man. Now I got to clean it up. That shade over there, that's got me curious. Sure does. There's one hit it right there. Y'all know that feeling. There he is. There he is. That's a good one there. That's a better one. There we go. I got that dull hook on him, man. Oh yeah, quality fish for this little pond, guys. Quality fish. He come right out of that shade. Nice largemouth for here, man. That's what old Dad's looking for right there. Yeah, that's what old Dad's looking for right there. That's what I'm looking for, baby. Come here. Come here. Oh, I know he ain't big, guys. I know he's not
like big by you guys' standards, but around here in Beckley, that might as well be a 5-pounder. And it is a nice fish. Guys, he ain't the giant, but around here in these little city lakes, these public lakes, we just ain't got the fish you guys got down south. But right there, Z-Man CRAW, wow! He was right in the shade, right where he needed to be. I know he ain't no giant, but things are starting to happen around here, guys. Let's go. Nice little pre-spawn bass, man. That's a king bass in these little ponds around here, so I'm happy to catch him. He's out of here. There's a hit right there. Knocked slack in the line. He picked it up. There he is. There he is. Looked about like them other ones. That'll work. Right out of that shade. Doink. Look at that, fellas. It crawls down his face, boys. Another little old buck bass. Old Dad'll take them. Guys, I'm telling you, go get you some Z-Man CRAWs. He hit it just dragging it. I was just dragging it along easy, and he knocked slack in the line. Look there, he hit it. Look there. Oh, buddy, that's a big old red eye. And I was swimming it. That's why we call them red eyes. That's cool to know that we got some of those in here. He's gone. Toss back up there. But the fish are on that shade line over there. There's one. God almighty. Look there. And I just fished down that bank and picked up a couple. But you see how I turned around and threw back up that bank, man, at a different angle, I guess. That little thing there picked it up. I know they're small, fellas, but I'm just trying to show you guys that there's fish here. And as long as you don't keep them, they're going to be here for years and generations to come. That's what I'm trying to get everybody to understand. That way you can bring your old ladies and your kids and stuff up here, man, for a long time and catch these fish. All right, guys, I ain't got a bite in the middle pond, and I got one bite right here on that CRAW and missed him. But we're gonna go right up here, fish this upper end a little bit, and then we're gonna call today, man. It's getting hot, it's about 75 degrees. I guess I must have caught the tail end of that morning bite up there in that pond, but pond hoppings went pretty good, but I only caught anything in the first pond. But old Dad will take it. See there, throwing it on the ground like that. I talk to these guys up here at this graveyard. I talk to them all the time. They're gonna post this, and none of us are gonna get to fish it. It's all right, old Al pick it up. The bad thing, there's a garbage can right over here where I got my stuff at. See here? Took 5 seconds. TRD Z-Man CRAW right there, guys, on a mushroom head. I suggest you get them and throw some of them. I can't wait to put them in the river, man. I know the smallies will tear them up, but I got to get up here earlier. You know, I just couldn't get up here in time this morning to really fish in other ponds. There was zero shade down there in them two, and I caught the best fish out of the shade line over there. But for the most part, I'm seeing fish, you know. My part of West Virginia, southern West Virginia right now, the fish are starting to move up. Shouldn't be just a week or two, couple weeks. See if we can't snatch them off the beds. Guys, wherever you're at in the world, I hope you're doing fine, doing well. And I reckon I'm going to go home and eat some dinner. We'll holler at you.